Okay, let me get this here, and let's push that so that it's properly there. Okay, and sorry about that. With that, but wait, what's up? Okay, sure. Anyways, we have a chapter to upload because I finished 31 off stream yesterday. We need to rewrite that section here that says stop. forget about the kebab. Before I forget about the kebab. Kebabs. Oh. Did I add or did I add? Oh no, I didn't. What the hell? It has to be like some weird thing. Ooh. Wait, hold on. I have an idea for how to fix this. One second. Before I mess with it. Open with Visual Studio Code. Yada yada yada. We're not doing any of that. Right? Instead, what I'm going to say is I'm going to temporarily comment out this part. Actually, I'm going to go into my own. I'm going to my own thing, go into here, grab this, drop this here for now. And then I'm going to say Windows PowerShell write to clipboard. Sandwich. Sandwich. URL. Okay, so if I then go into and I do what? PD. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. /n/n. Okay. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Nope, /n/n doesn't work. PowerShell string include new line. So it's gonna be gods, really. Let's delete that. And also let's knock this back to like 5. Hey, that worked. And if I do this, okay, that worked. Delete that message, delete. And then I'm gonna do a quick thing. I'm gonna set up a new action for this. Copy sub action, paste sub action. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Oh god, can't see you. How you doing, Zed? I'm doing decently. I'm trying to fix this damn thing because it has decided that it wants to stop working, but I am improving it. So hopefully it will be a more stable solution soon. Hey, that's really good. Okay, and then I want to extend the wait a little bit. That was not long enough. Depends. On Windows, I use Kdenlive, and on Mac, I use iMovie. But Kdenlive is probably what you want, I think, if you need to do any video editing. Though I've heard very good things about Blackmagic Studio, and it's also free. It's just not open source. Kdenlive, Kdenlive. But you can also take a look at Blackmagic Studio. This has a free version, though. As I understand it, both of these are fairly intensive options. Yeah, why am I getting a space? Delete message. Is it like a weird thing like that? Okay. Okay, let's hope that that works as a solution for the future. Apparently it's like being weird about. Oh wait, no, but it'll be weird about. Oh. Uh, Okay, I'm gonna get rid of enter temporarily. And then I'm also going to say, hey, we're just gonna do PowerShell get all of it, params. PowerShell using. Okay, hold on, let me see something. If I set the variable, say, ah, okay, not path, and edit, delete, add, plan. Okay, so if I do echo, oof, that sucks. Oh yeah, I've felt that before. Come on. Yeah. So those are always quite annoying. Oh wait, that's right. Ugh. Try that again. Oh wait. Oh, hold on. It did something. Try that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That didn't work. Ah. Mm. This work. Hey, that worked. Cool. That's probably more stable than what I was doing before. Nice. Okay. Don't do that anymore. Copy sub-action. 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 One that remains is the one with environment variable. Okay, good. Okay, now that I've fixed that, hopefully. Let's switch over to back to Obsidian. Uh, 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 uh. I did both Thor and Emails. Yeah. Let's see. Hmm. Um. Um. Uh, uh, it was lost. There, what was that? Mm. Mm. Um. This one's fun. Um, additional look quite. My friends are fine. Pause. Uh, uh, yeah, I saw that he's doing Lobo, which is interesting. I did not expect anybody to really bring the main man into the DC universe. Soft. I mean, you can do organs on a chip style thing, maybe. But the real benefits of microfluidics is that it is one of the few compute systems. Yeah. that makes use of actual matter as the compute medium, which means you can effectively compute material polymer legends new armor polymer the armor resin uses microfluidics to sort, track, and rejoin hydro long chain polymers to get some of the precursor for theirs for the polymer layers. Other uses include soft robotics, more purification tech, precise molecular what else? Other uses include soft robotics, more purification tech, uses for extremely precisely controlled chemical reactions. Jun is going to use this. Other projects coming up that involve high explosive nitrogen chemistry, though in though it isn't called out indeed, so I don't mind all about it. Here. Chemical analysis and a bunch of other things. style things. So there, though, this would be based on, cultivating extant, biological tissues for operation. Therefore, hey Muffin, how you doing? Process. You could also use it for a little bit drowsy, but I made chili today. Music problem? Which music problem? Uh, oh, oh yeah, the fact that they can't access YouTube Music anymore. How's that going, by the way, Muffin? Did you download some songs? Oh? Have you watched them, or which other things? Nice. All sorts of other. That sucks. Can you do it on your, like, desktop? I'm assuming you have a desktop, or at least a laptop or something, since you stream. Well, I will just say that there exist websites that can scrape YouTube videos. And if you so choose, you can download them to your for later use, and VLC will definitely do video as well as local audio. Yeah. Look, Muffet, the thing is, you can use this as an opportunity to learn more about how computers work. Because I guarantee you that whatever law that a bunch of boomers have tried to put together to keep people off the internet. Yeah. So, just try. Wait. Ah. Okay. Good night. a bunch of the stuff. Next, they're going to make use of technology, even if it isn't all. The polymers being used for the armor in this are using my fluidic synthesis for precise polymer length selection. And then which then can be passed along to cracking / bending, cracking polymer, additional cracking / aeration steps make use of otherwise low tough robotics, more purification technique. Save draft, I'll come back in a minute. Actually, that's been 25, so let's drop that. Hello, Arthur Nasher. How you doing? Good, a little bit drowsy, but I've been making good progress on this story that I'm writing. And I've got a good idea of where I want it to go. As soon as I manage to finish my current set of plans surrounding this the end of this arc, I'm gonna be happy to. So, I created this thing, which is March of Civilization. It's basically a power set that you can give to a character, and based on however you want to trigger it, you get these. So you get like technology / building perks. It's like you're the artificer kind of character. If some of the stuff's magic, whatever, but point is, you've got this power set that's based around building things. And to test that, and also because I kind of just wanted to try it, I've been writing this story called Marching Across the Inner Sphere. It's a Battletech fanfic, where the main character has this power, and they are slowly building up their skills in, building up their own knowledge and building up like a power base, and they're up-teching themselves And at the end of the current arc I'm writing, it's going to start transitioning to all Jun's already dealing with a lot of politics, but he's dealing with it reactively. Well, they are. Jun's technically non-binary, whatever. Jun's dealing with all of the politics in a very reactive manner, where basically they're saying, "Hey, someone tried to assassinate me, so I'm going to build better defenses and stuff, and I'm going to do all of this other shit." But, um, but as the next arc comes around, Jun is going to be more in a situation where they're just going to kind of have to be more proactive and actually start enforcing, taking initiative when it comes to how the story goes. But doing this helps me understand the march, figure out what things could be useful. I recently made some changes to the interface so that the way that the roles can be formatted is better. And then I have some changes. I've added a bunch of perks. I usually add about 30 perks per update. We are currently at... let me see if I can pull it up. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. We are currently at... we are currently at... here. We are currently at all of these, right? We're currently at 452 perks in this, 453 perks in this, in the March, which is different powers that have different abilities. And basically the idea is that Jun gets every 1,000 words of dialogue in the story, Jun gets to roll. They get 100 extra points into their bank, and then they get to roll. And if they roll a perk with less, with a cost lower than or equal to their amount of their banked points, they get that ability. And Jun so far gotten 58 abilities. Well, they've rolled 58 times. They haven't gotten 58 abilities because, this one, for example, you can see that they did not have enough points to get it. And yeah, I'm starting to have a bunch of things move in the background that's going to force Jun into a position of, okay, no, I can't just let this continue to develop and then just react to things as they go. So yeah. Oh, thank you. That's nice of you. I drew it myself. Planning on making a new one pretty soon because I am thinking of moving to yeah, I'm wearing a hard hat because I don't like the way the top of my head looks. I originally made the hard hat because when I started streaming again after 3 years, I redid all of my layout, right? I built my layout, did the background and everything, and created this on-screen chat log and all of that stuff. And while I was doing that, I made myself a little hat. But then when I took the hat off, I noticed that, I guess when I originally commissioned a rigger for the model, I didn't properly explain how the head should change shape when viewed from the side, and it looks kind of wrong. So It became really obvious once I saw it the first time, and I was not happy about it. So, yeah. Different or fine was super. But thank you. I also have a beret somewhere. Maybe I'll wear that sometime when I do some more arts soonish. Yeah. Multiple rock of raiders against each of the against each of the Jin only had short while. So Jin had only been Ime's letter had been the more positive of the two. being on Illyria, or the attack on Illyria had not gone well for the uh, Hello, Nico, how you doing? Doing well. I'm a little bit drowsy, but I've been handling it pretty decently, in my opinion. Uh, So I created this thing, which is it's a writing tool that is effectively a power that you can give to any characters. It's available for free to whoever wants to use it. But the general idea is that every time you roll for whatever reason that you have decided on for your story, the character you have assigned this power to gains a new tech power where they know how to build stuff for whatever reason. It's got like science and magic and yada 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 yada. Like it's more for just like generic writing. So I've been to test this. I've been writing the story, which is this story is a fanfic for BattleTech, and the general idea is that the main character Jun, they've been they've been regularly for every 1,000 words of dialogue in the story been getting additional knowledge through this power, and as they gain this knowledge they are because it's relevant to the setting because like there's a lot of lost technology in the setting, and like this is kind of like a post-apocalypse almost, but it's interstellar. And Jun has been so far building up a business where they sell some of their creations, but they've also the first, like, there was a bit of a prologue arc where Jun left their home planet, and then the primary arc that's been going on so far has been Jun building up their business interests and like getting settled in as a part of the wider inner sphere. But we're starting to transition from Arc 1 to Arc 2, where Arc 1 was Jun is entering and establishing themselves in the inner sphere. They're getting so they're like building up all of their power base and everything like that. But Arc 2 is going to be sort of marked by Jun going from a reactive stance to the fact that everybody's trying to kill them, to a proactive stance where they're going to kind of end up being responsible for a lot of people. And as a result, they're not going to feel comfortable just like, oh, someone tried to assassinate me. I'm going to make myself like some laser turrets so that if they attack me again, they can't blow up my workshop. Now they're going to be in a situation where they are like, okay, no, I can't half-ass this shit. And like, basically, there's going to be a point about in the next few chapters of this story where Jun basically decides, yeah, fuck subtlety. Um, I at this point, it is clear that even what little I have been showing off to other people is gonna get me killed. So fuck that. We're just going balls to the wall. I'm gonna start unloading all of my tech. I'm gonna start training people. I'm going to start like revealing the kind of technology that no one else in this universe has, and I'm going to build. I'm gonna build up a much more. I'm like, I don't care if it's going to draw more attention on me. It's pretty obvious that people are already like super interested in screwing me over. So fuck it. Might as well give them an actual reason to be like that. The Tasman area had not gone well for the pirates. Since Ray's last visit, the production of the had and the first and the first batch had been purchased by the local government, including various it is on Spacebattles and Sufficient Velocity. Yeah, it's on Spacebattles and Sufficient Velocity. I haven't used Royal Road, so I'm not super familiar with that. Technically, it's also on AO3, but I have not updated the AO3 in a while. So I think it's stuck at like chapter 7 or something, which is like kind of lame. But yeah, I would recommend Spacebattles. I believe exclamation mark MoC is set up. Let me double check. I need to check my streamer bot actions. Yeah, Space Battles and Sufficient Velocity don't need a login unless you want to comment. So that should work. Where? No, exclamation mark only, mark only has that one, so yeah. I will drop a link in chat for you if you are interested to the Space Battles, yeah. Ooh, nice. What do you write? Like what fandoms do you write for? As well as the initial prototype for the ooh. Any interest? Say, what are you working on right now? Oh, okay. What kind of reality show makes sense for them? Cross orbit. Sure thing. Go ahead. Well, there was a reason. Okay. Nice. So, I made, I made this thing, which is basically like a writing tool. It's a power set, where I need to update the number here because we are actually at 400 and something perks. 453 perks, not 388. But the idea is that for every 1,000 words of dialogue in the story, Jun gets a roll on this, which will give them possibly a power, right? So yada yada, it's loading. And if you roll, you can see yada yada yada. This is a example of a perk that you can roll, and this is saying, okay, you have a lot of you now have basically knowledge beamed into your head about how to make projectile weapons, right? And that is the by this point, as you can see from as you can see from this one, Jun has there's been over 58,000 words of dialogue in the story so far, and Jun has a lot of perks, including some pretty powerful ones, including one that is basically like Higgs field, like high-end like Higgs field theoretical science and stuff, and they have been developing tech based on it. So yeah, it's being set in BattleTech because BattleTech is like this whole thing where there's been a decline of human technology and all of that stuff, and Jun is basically representing a return from. Oh, by the way, the March is available under CC BY, which means all you need to do is say, hey, this is where I got this shit, and you can monetize it however you want. I don't give a shit. I made it specifically to do that. Every single perk in the March is an original creation. There's you can do whatever you want with it. I'm perfectly fine with it. And yeah, basically the story has been going for a while, and so far you had the prologue where Jun leaves their home planet, and then this has been the first arc, which is I can send you the link to the roller if you're interested. Oh gods, MoC. Here we go. This first arc has been Jun building up their industry, getting their name out there, and they started off with like water purifiers and some industrial technology, and then they started kind of expanding into weapons tech after a bunch of people tried to assassinate them, so they started building like weapons and shit to protect themselves. But then like people, the company they were working for was like, hey, we can sell this, and Jun was like, okay, sure, let's sell this. And they're kind of like at this point a little bit of a Tony Stark style character, in the idea that, oh well, Tony Stark, not Iron Man, right? They're like this tech guy who has a lot of stuff that a lot of powerful people in the setting want access to. And this is forcing the shift to Arc 2, where Jun is being attacked so often that they are kind of realizing that, yeah, it's not worth trying to hide shit anymore. People are already trying to kill me, and the more I try and hide shit, the more I deny myself resources to protect myself. So they're going to, in the near future of this story, they're going to say, yeah, fuck this shit. I'm going to like open the doors, set myself up, and then do all that. So yeah, it's currently only on Spacebattles and Spin Velocity, as I mentioned, because I've only posted like chapters on AO3 that people have commented to look for, like spelling for grammar errors and spelling errors and stuff. But after the first few, nobody really commented that stuff. And yeah, June's a bunch of stuff that's coming up. That's going to be yeah. So you can see, I'm currently on chapter 32. Each chapter is a minimum of 4,000 words. I think past a certain point, I think it was, yeah, the past chapter 20, I started doing 4,500, say 4,500 words. So yeah, and yeah. So we're seeing a lot of tech. So the idea is, June is going to end up being basically, because of the way BattleTech is, Jun is almost alien to the setting, because Jun is at some fundamental level, Jun is interested in so Jun is like not happy. So he does not look to the past, right? A lot of BattleTech is, hey, the old shit from the golden age of humanity was the best shit that ever existed, and it's the best shit that's going to exist. And we need to go back to the stuff the Star League had. And Jun is just like, well, I don't really care about the Star League, and I can make cool shit, so I'm gonna go make some cool shit. And that's the way Jun thinks about it. That's like Jun's thought process about the whole thing. It's just like, well, I don't really give a shit about the Star League. That's all. That's all they kind of think about on that front. And now, yeah. So they've already done a lot of stuff, and like, so the big thing with Arc 1 is Jun has arrived in the Inner Sphere. They don't know enough about the Inner Sphere to like do a bunch of like OCP, self-insert, like perfect actions, like perfect moves and stuff. They set up a company to earn themselves some money. Originally, they were just going to earn some money and then bugger off and travel the Inner Sphere a bit. But then they got like more successful than they expected, and they got the first assassination attempt against them. And they were like, "Fuck!" And now they're there's been like in story, like mentioned in story, there's been 3 assassination attempts on Jun. There have been more like minor assassination attempts from Jun's perspective, stuff that didn't breach the outside defenses. But there's a big thing coming up, and it's like being big thing coming up in the 30s, where Jun is going to basically pass the point of saying that, well, it's not worth it to be solely reactive, right? It is obvious that there is shit going on here. That means that I can't afford to just say, okay, I'm just gonna make some better protection for myself, earn some money, and like I'm going to like throw open the gates and put and basically like look at every major power in the Inner Sphere and say, yeah, bitch, I'm better than all of you. Even though Jun doesn't really think of it that way, but they've got better tech than everybody else in... Hey Randall, how you doing? But yeah, Jun is basically going to say, yes, my tech is better than all of you. And you can do bitch all about it, because my tech is so much better than you that even with this tiny, with my tiny power base, the massive superpowers of this era are going to be... Pretty decent. A little bit drowsy, but I'm managing that pretty well, and I'm making good progress on my stories. So, yeah. Uh, 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 yeah. Well, there was a reason why. Uh, 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 Sure, I'll take a look. I do not see a whisper. So, I'm not sure who you sent it to, but you didn't send it to me. And well, there was a reason why. Urgent. Why the bulk of the report of the letter had been a report on the function of. Okay, hold on 1 second. I just need to do something. This is 265. On the function of on the results of the deployment of the system. As with the raid some months ago, the pirates the pirates had a touch down. Yeah, that seems possible. You may want to reach out to me on Discord. Then I have a Discord like server. If you type !Discord, you'll get a link, and you can feel free to comment in stream chat or in general if you want to do that. Please do not DM me. I will ignore all DMs on that front. So yeah. Anyways, what is this about that you want to whisper? Like, if this is like some weird advertising thing, then please prepare to be blocked. I am not interested in anything like that. The Pirates touchdown. Sorry. Pirates. Or. Boned for. Position some ways from the city. Actually, about the days with their landing point ending up being around a day from is the name of Illyrio's capital. Blah 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 blah. Capital Dalmatia. Days travel from Dalmatia. days travel from Dalmatia. And actually ended up being around days travel from Dalmatia. In what supposed was some sort of attempt to outrange is presumably being kilometers from they had that heard of the recent attack and were hoping to avoid. Suppose they could have been said to have succeeded. Yes. Good pause. Full volley of 24. Were already inbound by the time they had unloaded from the next did not last particularly long. Next did not last particularly long. 34. Upfix. Oh. Maths. Approximately 16 quartile. About that. Let's targeting data. Actually, how many? I'm gonna say it's a union and 2 leopards. What the fuck's in a union? Union. I think a leopard is 3 or 4. Standard union. Oh, it's 12. 12 plus 2. So 12 plus 2. I say 4. Satellite targeting data. All 12. Yeah, they're all or two 4s and a 6, I think. 2 4s and a 6, which would be 12, 14, 13. Had long been and painted. And with missile. In Uh, uh, localizing. Up to, uh, the okay. With the comms orbital surveillance, it had been easy to target the core comms in the dare. Do that. In the direction of the landing itself. And update the mech profiles as the Cosmos. As to update the precise mech positions as they exited the drop. It was pretty. It was not major. As they formed up to begin moving towards the city. The missiles landed. They arrived just as they had formed up. just warmed up to begin moving on the city. The pathing even had the missiles circle around to strike them from an entire battalion of mechs being sent to the an entire battalion of pirate mechs have been sent to the ground in a moment. So, ground practically before they had people. The rest of the pirate forces haven't been haven't really what especially as the Illyrian air force. The other pirates Add only bear. To get their own PSFs into the air by the time the Illyrian forces arrived to engage. Without the archers, without ground support, get there. To pull themselves together and get their own ESF. Without, unfortunately, the two, the three pilots had immediately descended into infighting, fighting soon as without their previous leader. And the frankly, if it wasn't for the fact that the poor Tom had included let's see. Let's see. Why is that being weird? Uh, if it wasn't for the fact that the Corton deal included combat data, included combat data from any deployments, email probably would have only have found out. I would email likely would have Uh, what you would have only heard about the incoming, heard about the jump, the signature being detected, and uh, and the state of emergency being called off. On the plus side, then Interstellar was seeing a great deal of additional funding in order addition of funding in order to scale as quickly without successful the core had been the government Lyrian government was how successful the core arms had been. The Lyrian government were looking to purchase quite a few more. This the there was even so there was even yeah, the full back half of the was even section of the where Ime was asking if it would be possible scale up the conductor since the original plans would not be able to Uh, 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 The original designs were designed with Uh, that had been the end of the unequiv video. Uh, 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 The attack on Bolin had been far messy. Bolin did not have coverage. And the second batch had yet to be keep the you have to be. And with that put stock limit on the that put a stock limit on the range. Even with all batteries on a battery. The app simply Cosmo stockpiles in the major cities. That puts a stock limit on the defensive range of the defense. The attacker. On the defensive range, on the range, the effective on how far the defense Um, listen to be useful. Great. Into the. Uh, Ugh. Seem to be making good use of it when it came to the use of hearing hearing clear any major population. Centers. To raid a number of smaller. That. Towns. Enough. Reverse one. Enough. They had apparently started feeling quite which was where more concerning aspects had taken. Uh, 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 apparently having already captured captured enough bulk material, so bulk to that they could only that only higher value that targets would be worth. They had begun what looked like a planned tackle, but nah. Some sort of smoke. Mm, had been launched in the space between. Mm, uh, 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 uh. Comes from smoker children in the as they was as they made their rush the city. Not only had they not only had they limited the forces to only their locusts, but they had also loaded up a number with or say, alarms they had sent as part of the pack with house spread. The smoke had done jack all to actually prevent the Allies from taking the incoming forces. It had blown into and the imaging systems were perfectly capable of picking up thermal presence of the uh, 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 um, okay, my brain's like obviously not working properly. Um, no, too quickly, and the alerts, guitar, the alert, so being able to lease the land vehicles via their heat, say the jeeps, via their heat signature. But there had been enough spread out far enough within the range of within the targeting arc of a single ally. That the raiding party had been able to make it to the out. They hadn't made it much further, but it did show clear.